So this, after 3 long awaited years, is the yellow bin video. Why did it take so long? I'm going to answer that question in this video. What is the yellow bin, you might ask? I'm about to tell you. The yellow bin is a build that I made when I was 19 years old. It was when I first got into breeding dubia roaches. It's right here behind me. I taped it yellow because yellow is my favorite color. I'm pulling out the journal for this one. This is going to be the yellow bin experiment. I'm going to be doing an experiment to see how well the dubias are going to breed and how well they're going to grow. What I'm doing is I'm testing out my theory to see if I can distinguish between a male or a female dubia. The reason for the yellow bin was just to test my theory, and I think in the end my outcome was about 100%. I did pretty good with this project. So I have a lot of notes here that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, but the yellow bin, as I wrote, is development and reproduction. This was April 19th of 2018. It says yellow bin is to be built. After setting up yellow bin, raise and study until 9/18. So I was going to study this bin for a whole 5 months. In September, adults should be mating, and Thomas should be almost fully developed and already grown. Thomas was a roach that I was going to experiment with and watch to see if I could tell the difference between a male and female very young. His journey was to be followed through 5 months of hard work. But sadly that never happened. So the yellow bin has a 16-watt heat pad. For the diet, while they were breeding, I gave the breeders oranges while they were breeding, whereas now I use the yellow bin as a feeder bin, whereas when I was experimenting with this bin, I gave breeders a full breeding diet, which consisted of a lot of citrus, a lot of fruits, a lot of stuff that you wouldn't naturally give them if you were going to feed them to your bearded dragons and other reptiles. The inhabitants of this bin, when I started it, there was 3 adult males and 9 adult females. And then sub-adults, I made questionables, 8 of them. The only reason they were questionable was because I didn't know exactly which ones were going to be male and female as they grew. I just kind of put sub-adults in there hoping that they would be what I thought they were. And then I gave another 3 mediums that were questionables. I was hoping they were going to be girls. And at the end of this, Thomas, the small roach, was going to be a guy. Basically, I experimented by testing a very small roach, calling him Thomas as a joke, and just trying to follow him along for a few weeks. And he grew to be a boy, I'm pretty sure, but not all 3 of the small roaches that I put with him for him to breed with were female. I was wrong. I think 1 or 2 of them was male. So the 3 very tiny roaches that I hoped were female, not all 3 of them were. But I'm pretty sure all of the sub-adults that I was questionable about were what I thought they were. I think it was a male or 2, and then the other ones were females. There will be sets added of 3 males to 9 females. Sub-adult questionables make up 2 males to 6 females. Medium questionables make 3 females for Thomas. Prime males and females make up 50% of the mating roaches in here. So 50% of them, half of them were already basically primed for breeding. 24 roaches in total in this bin, and I was hoping for there to be a total of 3 males and 9 females, which would have made for Thomas to be a boy, the girls to be girls, and the other males and females to be what they were as well. Not all of this I was correct about, but it was very interesting to experiment with. The reason that this bin took me so long was because of all the things I was going through at the time. I was moving a lot, I was traveling a lot, and I was really just going through years of trying to find myself. It was 3 long-awaited years before I could really get back into vlogging and start the roach farming vlogs, which is something that I came out with 3 whole years ago. But now it's just now starting to become something interesting that I can take the time to sit back and work on my free time, and it's really enjoyable now. I'm really enjoying these videos, and I hope you guys are too. Stay tuned for more. The next few videos won't be about the yellow bin. This was just to discuss where the yellow bin is at. It's been growing steadily for 3 years now, and sadly the experiment did not go as planned, but I will be doing something similar to this eventually with the roach colonies. I'll be testing out different types of foods. I'll be showing you the root causes of why roaches have large die-offs and they just all fall, and why roach colonies tend to fail. I'm going to get into all of these things in roach farming, and I'm going to also be trying to teach you how to properly breed dubia roaches. But that's it for the yellow bin. It's been growing happily for 3 years. There's a lot of roaches in this bin. And as I said before, I use this bin as a feeder bin now for customers who buy roaches from me and to feed my own dragons. I'm currently babysitting a dragon right now. Lucky's sitting over here with me hanging out as I film this. It's late at night. But yeah, just another video in the books, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't you jump. Oh shit. Yeah, hang on. Thought you were gonna hang on.